The Archangel Michael, whose name means "who is like God," holds a significant place in biblical tradition and Christian theology. This name, imbued with profound meaning, reflects a rhetorical question affirming God's supremacy over all beings. Thus, Michael embodies divine grandeur and power, playing a central role in various biblical passages and being widely acknowledged throughout the scriptures. In the book of Daniel, Michael is portrayed as a crucial protector of God's people. Daniel 10:13 depicts Michael as one of the chief princes, coming to the aid of an angel who faces formidable spiritual opposition. This verse reveals the intricate battle between celestial and demonic forces, with Michael playing a vital role in assisting the divine message's delivery to Daniel. Michael's presence in this context underscores his role as a powerful defender against spiritual adversities. Michael's significance is further highlighted in Daniel 12 verse 1, where he is described as the great prince who safeguards the children of God during a time of severe tribulation. This verse reinforces Michael's role as a celestial warrior and personal protector, symbolizing hope and divine protection during times of despair. The role of Michael takes on an even more dramatic dimension in the book of Revelation. Revelation 12, verse 7-9, describes a grand celestial battle where Michael and his angels combat the dragon, identified as Satan and his followers. This heavenly confrontation is portrayed as a decisive struggle, resulting in the expulsion of the dragon and his angels from heaven to earth. Michael's and God's angels' victory over Satan symbolizes the ultimate triumph of good over evil, establishing Michael as a pivotal warrior leader in the battle against dark forces. The significance of this episode is profound, as it not only marks the defeat of Satan, but also anticipates the final victory of Christ and the establishment of God's kingdom. Thus, Michael is portrayed not merely as a warrior, but as a crucial agent in executing the divine plan for ultimate restoration and justice. In Jude 1:9, Michael is mentioned in a different context, offering an intriguing perspective on his authority and dignity. This passage recounts a dispute between Michael and the devil over the body of Moses. This verse is particularly fascinating because it reveals a different aspect of Michael. Instead of using force, he shows deference to divine authority by saying, "The Lord rebuke you." This act emphasizes the importance of trusting God as the ultimate judge and avoiding personal vengeance or direct confrontation, even in the face of opposition. The reference in Jude underscores Michael's role as a being who operates under God's authority, reflecting divine order and respect. This portrayal aligns with his depiction as an archangel and leader of the heavenly hosts, demonstrating that even powerful figures like Michael function within the framework of divine authority. Beyond the biblical accounts, the significance of Archangel Michael extends into Christian symbolism and tradition. He is often seen as a protector and guide for the faithful, defender of justice, and a symbol of the spiritual struggle against the forces of evil. The name Michael, meaning "who is like God," reinforces the notion that no being, not even Satan, can compare to the greatness and power of God. In Christian art and iconography, Michael is often depicted as a celestial warrior, adorned in armor and wielding a sword, triumphing over a dragon or demons. This visual representation not only symbolizes spiritual strength and protection, but also serves as a potent symbol of hope, faithful. The image of Michael as a warrior represents not just physical prowess, but also the divine protection he offers against malevolent forces. Michael's strength is not an inherent trait or personal attribute, but rather a direct extension of God's authority and power. Instead of being an independent force, Michael's strength manifests the divine will, channeled through him to achieve specific purposes in the spiritual battle. Michael is portrayed as a faithful servant, an executor of divine commands, with his strength reflecting the supreme power of God he represents. Michael is frequently linked with cosmic battles, where his strength is tested against the malevolent forces led by Satan. This struggle goes beyond physical combat, symbolizing the spiritual conflict between light and darkness, truth and falsehood, good and evil. Michael's strength serves as a central pillar in this struggle, providing robust defense against the onslaughts of dark forces. The battles in which Michael engages are described as epic confrontations, where he leads the heavenly armies in a fight for justice and the preservation of divine order. His role extends beyond mere combat. It involves ensuring that justice prevails and that evil is contained and ultimately defeated. Michael's strength, therefore, represents the divine victory over chaos and destruction. Michael serves as a shield against the malevolent forces that threaten the spiritual and physical well-being, individuals, and community. This protection is a manifestation of divine strength acting through him to ensure the safety and preservation of those under his care. He stands as a symbol of hope and security, a leader who not only combats evil, but also provides continuous protection against threats that seek to cause harm. Michael's power reflects divine order and justice. His strength serves as a constant reminder that, despite the challenges and struggles we face, there is a greater force at work, guiding and protecting us. Michael embodies the intersection between the spiritual and material worlds, where divine strength manifests tangibly to confront and overcome evil. His role is crucial, not only for maintaining celestial order, but also for the influence he exerts over human life and experience. Michael's presence as an agent of divine power brings a sense of security and confidence, assuring us that a protective force is always at work to combat threats and ensure that good ultimately prevails. The Archangel Michael holds significant importance in both Judaism and Christianity, though perceptions and roles of Michael vary considerably between these religious traditions. In Judaism, Michael is a complex figure appearing in various contexts in the Hebrew Bible and rabbinic literature. Christian understanding of Michael has also been shaped by these Jewish traditions, influencing how many Christians view the Archangel. Rabbinic tradition enriches the figure of Michael in various ways. The rabbis explored and developed Michael's image, portraying him as one of the chief angels in heaven and a staunch defender of Israel. In texts like the Talmud and the Midrash, Michael is frequently linked to the role of protector and advocate for the Jewish people. Within rabbinic literature, Michael is not just seen as an angel serving God, but as a spiritual leader actively involved in guiding and defending the Jewish nation. A notable example can be found in the Babylonian Talmud, where Michael is described as the angel who stands up for Israel and plays a vital role in the judgment of nations. In some rabbinic traditions, Michael is depicted as the leader of celestial forces battling against demonic powers that threaten Israel. In the Midrash, Michael is often connected with the principles of justice and mercy, underscoring his role as a defender who intercedes on behalf of Israel. In some accounts, he is portrayed as the angel who carries the prayers of the Jewish people to God and serves as a mediator between the divine and humanity. Michael's depiction in Judaism has significantly influenced the Christian understanding of the Archangel. In Christianity, Michael is frequently portrayed as a heavenly warrior, leader of God's armies, and a protector of the Church. This image partially stems from rabbinic tradition and descriptions found in the Hebrew Bible. In the New Testament, Michael is mentioned in the book of Revelation, where he leads the heavenly armies in battle against Satan and his angels. This depiction of Michael and his angels fighting the dragon and his forces has been interpreted as a cosmic spiritual conflict. Michael's role as a warrior leader and protector has its roots in Jewish descriptions of him as a celestial defender and warrior. Moreover, the influence of rabbinic tradition can be seen in how Michael is venerated and understood in certain Christian traditions. The concept of Michael as a defender of the Church and a warrior against evil is an extension of the Jewish view of him as a protector and celestial leader. This continuity between Jewish and Christian traditions highlights the enduring significance of Michael as a central figure in understanding spiritual warfare and divine protection. The Archangel Michael is frequently invoked by believers seeking spiritual and physical protection. In many Christian contexts, he is seen as a powerful intercessor who can help safeguard individuals and communities from spiritual and physical dangers. This belief in Michael's protective power is deeply rooted in religious tradition and practice, reflecting the trust in the Archangel's ability to provide security and defense against spiritual threats. The practice of invoking Michael for protection is common across various Christian traditions and can be found in prayers, liturgies, and devotion. The prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel is a prime example of how the faithful seek the Archangel's assistance in guarding against the forces of evil and ensuring divine protection. This prayer often includes a plea for Michael to defend against the assaults of the devil and his legions, reflecting the belief in Michael's ability to offer spiritual security and support. The connection between Michael and spiritual protection is further emphasized through his portrayal as a warrior and protector in Christian art and iconography. Depictions of Michael clad in armor and wielding a sword symbolize the battle against evil forces and the protection he offers to the faithful. These visual representations not only highlight Michael's role as a defender, but also serve as a powerful reminder of the divine protection he provides. The belief in Michael's protection goes beyond mere symbolism and is actively practiced through prayer and devotion. Calling upon Michael in times of hardship or danger is a way for believers to seek divine help and protection, reflecting their faith in the Archangel's ability to intercede and provide security. This practice expresses a deep trust in Michael as a heavenly defender who works on behalf of God to ensure the safety and well-being of the faithful. In addition to his role as protector and defender, Michael is closely associated with divine justice. His battle against Satan and the forces of evil is not merely a physical confrontation, but also a fight for justice and divine order. Michael's victory over Satan symbolizes the restoration of justice and the ultimate defeat of evil, embodying the belief in final justice and the triumph of good over evil. Michael's role as a defender of justice is evident in his battles against demonic forces and his protection of God's people. In Revelation, the celestial battle led by Michael represents divine justice at work, aiming to restore order and ensure that evil is restrained and ultimately vanquished. Michael's triumph not only signifies victory over Satan, but also affirms divine justice and truth. Divine justice, as reflected in the actions of Michael, is a fundamental aspect of God's nature and his interaction with creation. Michael, as an agent of divine justice, plays a crucial role in fulfilling God's purposes and combating the injustices and evil forces that threaten spiritual order and harmony. His actions are an expression of God's will to ensure that justice prevails and that evil is contained and ultimately defeated. Michael's role as a protector and celestial warrior serves as a source of inspiration for faith and trust in God. His presence and actions in the scriptures and religious tradition provide a model of courage, faith, and devotion to God. The trust in Michael as a spiritual defender reflects a belief in a higher power that is always at work to secure justice and safety. Depictions of Michael in art and iconography act as visual reminders of this inspiration, offering a tangible image of divine protection and justice. These images not only highlight Michael's role as a celestial warrior, but also encourage the faithful to seek divine help and trust in the protection that God offers. Faith in Michael as a protector and defender also expresses confidence in God's ongoing action on behalf of the faithful. Belief in Michael's ability to provide safety and protection is a way of affirming trust in God's presence and intervention during times of difficulty and challenge. The inspiration drawn from Michael's figure is a testament to faith in a greater power that is ever present, ensuring protection and justice. The figure of Michael also holds a significant place in popular tradition and religious culture. Many communities and religious traditions have devotions, celebrations, and specific practices dedicated to Michael, reflecting his importance and influence in people's spiritual lives. These practices range from festivals and celebrations in his honor to the use of medals and images as symbols of protection and blessing. Popular tradition often includes beliefs in Michael's intervention during times of need, with accounts of miracles and stories of protection attributed to his intercession. These traditions and beliefs highlight Michael's ongoing influence in spiritual life and religious practice, emphasizing his role as a central figure of protection and inspiration. Michael's role as a protector and defender extends beyond biblical descriptions and manifests in various forms of devotion and religious practice. Popular and cultural traditions involving Michael testify to his influence and importance in people's spiritual lives, offering a tangible connection to divine protection and justice. The Archangel Michael stands as a beacon of hope for those facing spiritual battles and challenges. His presence as a warrior leader and celestial defender serves as a symbol of hope and security amid struggles and hardships. Belief in Michael's protection and his ability to intercede on behalf of the faithful instills a sense of confidence and encouragement. The hope in Michael's intervention is a powerful affirmation of faith in divine presence and action during times of adversity. Michael stands as a reminder that there is a greater power constantly working to ensure protection and justice. This hope is an expression of trust in divine protection and in Michael's ability to confront and overcome the forces of evil. Michael's role as a spiritual defender and protector provides a sense of security and support during difficult moments. The faith in Michael's capacity to offer protection and intervene is a source of hope and encouragement amid spiritual battles and life's challenges. The figure of Archangel Michael holds a significant place in religious tradition and spiritual practice across various cultures. His presence and influence are seen in many aspects of religious life, from liturgy and devotion to art and iconography. Michael is revered as a symbol of protection, justice, and hope, playing a crucial role in people's spiritual journeys. The religious tradition surrounding Michael extends beyond biblical descriptions and devotional practices, permeating culture and spiritual life. The traditions that honor Michael and acknowledge his importance are a testament to his enduring influence and his place as a central figure of protection and inspiration. Archangel Michael holds a position of great significance in biblical tradition and Christian theology. His role as a protector, celestial warrior, and defender of justice reflects the divine greatness and power. Michael plays a crucial part in several biblical narratives, from safeguarding God's people in the book of Daniel to leading the cosmic battle against Satan in Revelation. His influence extends beyond biblical accounts and is deeply embedded in religious tradition, art, and popular devotion. Michael's figure offers a source of hope, protection, and inspiration for those facing spiritual battles and life's challenges. Faith in Michael's intervention and protection embodies trust in divine action and the presence of a higher power that ensures safety and justice. His enduring influence and central role in religious tradition and spiritual practice underscore Michael's significance as a guardian and source of inspiration. Did you enjoy exploring the role of Archangel Michael? If you found inspiration and comfort in his story, feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. For more content that deepens your biblical understanding and strengthens your faith, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. This way, you'll always be up to date with our upcoming videos that offer profound teachings and insight. Join us on this journey of spiritual growth and discovery.